Oh, hey, it would help if I rotated this into position, perhaps. Maybe. Just maybe. It's been that kind of day. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Crash Desktop. Here tonight, I am playing Flight Simulator. Mostly because I just needed to relax tonight. I am having a time. Goodness gracious. Pretty wacky week or two here. I thought to myself, what better way to relax than to fly military fighter jets at extreme speeds like a maniac? So, here I am. I was having a good time with this the other day. I want to goof around more with the F-15. I was starting to drill down to like some of the nitty-gritty of this thing last time. I'm gonna put it with a light fuel load. I want to goof around with it a bit, and then I want to actually fly it somewhere. But first, I want to goof around. I don't know what the weather is like over here. Looks like it's fairly weathery. Perhaps I should find an easier place to go. Let's check. What's the weather at the ground like? That's workable. We'll go with it. I'm interested to see how the rain affects it, but I'm cool with it. I was drilling down to some interesting things with this plane last time, though. For instance, at certain speed and configuration combinations, you can stall this thing on command. Like, stall it. Pretty much at low speeds, like Mach 0.3 to 0.4-ish, or lower.
Spangle M Tower 0 X-ray 00 Charlie Tango
Little rainy,
Delta, ready
some
at
rain.
runway 23 straight out departure.
Look at that, that's really fun.
Delta is cleared for takeoff runway 23 straight out departure approved.
Alright, so we're gonna probably put the rain away for now. Although I am intrigued to see if we can just like zoom climb above it. Should we check that out? Let's check that out. Then we'll put the rain away. Okay. Waiting for that startup sequence to finish there. I think we're ready to roll. There it goes. Okay. Holding the brakes, putting that brake away. Steering with the brakes. We're not even in afterburners, we're just hanging out.
Charlie Tango Delta, you are leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Spangle M Tower 0 X-ray 00 Charlie Tango Delta frequency change.
A little bit of rain, some rain. There we go. Look at that transition, wow. Oh man. Okay, let's level off in this layer. Oh my god, this program sometimes I just don't even. Afterburn that thing. There we go. Put it on military power. Look at how freaking good this looks. Wow. Okay. These clouds, I'll tell you what, they are impressive. All right, we'll push it up to about there. I don't know what is actually considered afterburner here. There's no real indication of it. But we'll play with it. All right. How impressive. Our current airspeed. Smidge under 400 knots. Not bad. The attitude changes required to get rising is just amazing. Like, it's really minuscule inputs on the stick result in very extreme pull some G's. That is still rising. 4G. Not bad. All right, so I want to mess around with like practicing landing procedure shenanigans. And I have a PDF open on my other screen for this. So your landing procedure starts at 340 knots indicated. And essentially you do a 4G brake turn. Okay. Let's practice this. Hey, how's it going? What's up? Ooh, you can see the... We're hitting a 45 knot crosswind right here, and it's actually pushing our vector around. Yeah, I'm growing it back out. Although, I may have to shave it off again for at least the next week. Because I'm having to wear a mask a lot at the moment, and it's really uncomfortable long term with the heavy mask I'm wearing. So let's bring this bad boy down to 340 knots. See how we do. This one doesn't really require a lot of air brake to accomplish things. I mean, look at that. I'm just like, boom, 340 knots. Looks like that's at a smidgen over 50% throttle. Hey, how's it going? Not a whole lot. Practicing shit here. Alright, so let's see. 4G brake turn at this speed. Probably be like that. Oh, heck, we can be more aggressive than... There we go. It is very difficult to control this thing and not gain a crap ton of altitude in these tight turns. Interesting. Yeah, still playing around with it. Alright, so I'm going to use the map. We're going this way. It's so much fun. It's hard to fly, though. It's definitely more technical than some of the other planes I've used. Ooh, what did they add? I missed out on this. I'm gonna have to look now. All right, we're at about 340 knots again. Back it off a little bit. Throw that up there. Ooh, all right, I'm gonna have to look at that. Actually, we want to stay in that brake turn. All right, so that would be like a turn in. I feel like you could throttle down during that, or even a little air brake, maybe. In that speed back. Wheels down. I was going way too quick there, but because my reaction to that is just not sufficient. Like, wow. This thing is so fast. I know. My index, it's beautiful. I can get this to work with it, but I can't stream it with the new one. I could stream it with the Vive, but there's just not enough horsepower left over to do the index and stream this particular program at the same time. And it really bums me out because I wanna do that more than anything else. It's gonna be a little while till I can get a new card though. Okay, gonna practice this turn. I know, right? Screw that noise. Wow, it is hard to bleed off that speed. All right, back at 340. I think just throwing out the air brakes is the way to go. All right. This is a very hard plane to fly. If you want to do the more advanced stuff anyway. Wow, look at that though. I was like trying to get to 340 knots and I got to 500 like instantly. Like, look at this garbage. What altitude am I at? 13,000? Okay. Let's break back down to speed. Use these lines on the map. There we go. All right, so we're going about 340. So this would be like, what I'm practicing right now is doing a brake turn for like final, when we're coming into land. So I'd be flying down the runway at 1,000 feet. And I'd be doing a 4G brake turn. And it really feels like that involves a lot of throwing your air brake out even. I think about halfway through you need to let off the brakes. Because that was pretty good, actually. But it was also too much. Okay. So, air brake. Brake turn. 4G. Half that. Less than that. Throw out that. That was really good right there. Okay. I'm actually using this runway here as practice. Or kind of orientation anyway. Alright, so this would be our second thing. So full flaps. That's about the extent of our aggressiveness of turn. Looking really solid. Roll out, throttle down. And then you'd be basically coming in like so. Oh, that's freaking awesome. Oh, it's trying to stall. I got it just a smidge low. There it comes. All right. It's so sensitive. All right, so like, why am I doing all of this shenanigans? Well, here, let me show you. Stalled. That's not, you just command it. It stalls. At these low speeds with your flaps out and stuff, if you do a full any kind of full stick input, it's just immediately locking up. It stalls instantly. Like, boom, stalled. Luckily, these are easy to recover from. Pretty much. If you bank it too much and you pull back, I was already almost stalling there. And you do have to recover from it, like you can't get out of it quickly. It's a little easier with the flaps in 2 position to recover, but if you're down near the ground going too slow, you're screwed. And I've been talking to my father-in-law about it, and it does, like, it seems to mesh with what we understand. Like, it's, plane is designed for supersonic and transonic flight, so it makes sense that it has some trouble in certain configurations. But you can stall it like that there. I'm not like stalled, but it'll refuse to do more. However, if I give it a little gas, I can do very aggressive, almost like that's full. Once you're going about 240, you're good to go. It's a thing to watch out for. It's a touchy plane. Anyway, I want to like play around with these cloud levels real quick. Let's put our, I'm pretty sure I need to put my stuff away. I think my landing gear is still out. There we go. Put the map away for a minute. How cool. Alright, we're diving down through these cloud layers. I don't know what exactly is below me, but this should look really cool. I gotta be careful. I don't know exactly. Let's see, what am I at? 14,000 feet? I should be fine. This is going to be one hell of a penetration of the clouds, though, let me tell you. It's like loading up the rain sound, but not the effect. That's kind of fun. There we go. There's a little bit of it. I don't know what it's doing. Alright, where was that on the map? Okay. We're gonna head back north. I'm also gonna turn the rain off now, because fun as it is, I want normal weather. There we go. Look at that, like, rock solid, holding level shenanigans there. That's so good. Plane is awesome. I gotta work on my rollouts. It's got so much lift. It's just kind of silly. I was told that there is this is was it Spangdahlem Air Force Base, and I was told there's a neat little town right there, so I'll go fly out over it and then come in and actually land, or try to land. I'm probably gonna crash, but I want to try my brake landing and as an actual landing. So there's the base. Guessing that the town is this little, like, picturesque place over here by the river. Ooh, little sun, some sun. Looks picturesque. I have to come over here in something slow at some point and check it out. Look at that, right? Look at, I was like right on the money there for a second. Oh man. Not looking. So good. All right. Need to be going quicker, but we're doing okay. I don't know what altitude I'm at. Let's buzz the airfield. I don't remember what the altitude was. Look at the accuracy, the roll in on this thing. It's ridiculous. All right, so it looks like the actual airfield's at about maybe 1,200 something feet. So we want to be up at 2,200. Which is, I believe, about where we are. Close enough. Come on. There we go. That's about where we want to be. More or less. Close enough. Airspeed looks good. All right. We're going the right speed. We're just not really oriented properly, but that's okay. I'm going to fix that. All right, good to go. Let's try this. So far, so good. Maybe. We'll see. One more speed. Might be coming in too steep. Let's get a little tiny smidge of altitude. Yeah, I'm gonna be way too shallow. I gotta work on not losing too much of my altitude by that point, but here we go. Come on. Come on. Looking great, and flaring. Look at that. That is what I'm talking about. That was awesome. Oh man, I'm so happy with that right now. Dude, that was like really, really good. Really proud of that right now. Bring this bad boy over here and park it. Yeah, that was nice. That was really nice. All right. Brakes set. I need a drink of water. So that was a military 4G brake landing where you fly over the airfield, do a 4G turn, or roughly 4G. I don't really know what I was pulling there. I'll have to watch it later. Slow way the hell down. Come in. You cross the, parallel with the threshold there. Throw your last thing of flaps down, turn in, and then do your final approach and land. And that went pretty textbook, I think. It was a little sloppy in the air, but I kind of dialed it in there at the end. That was excellent. I liked that. Whew. I'm happy with that. So let's go back to the main menu. Load up a different takeoff. We'll do some other stuff. I kind of wanted to go somewhere in particular in this plane. So let's see what we can do here. I need to get rid of some of these crazy filters. Off. Where were you? I'm totally lost right now. Okay. I wanted to... see, last time I flew from there to Zurich. And I was going to fly over here. So let's set something up real quick. I want to like do a flight. So my destination... I'm thinking, how about here? And we'll add in Neuschwanstein Castle. So we'll take off from Zurich, fly along the Alps, check out the castle, fly up over the Alps, and then let's grab some nav markers somewhere in here. There's a bunch of them. You fly over Innsbruck, that could be fun, right? Add. Okay, that looks cool. That looks cool. And then we'll fly straight down here. And I was trying to get it to let me... You can like add markers to about there, and then it keeps wanting to like redirect you. I don't know why. It's really weird. So maybe we'll do that. And then we'll deviate from the flight plan, because I'm going to go down this valley, basically, and fly out over this lake, then turn around and come over here. So that's like, what? About an hour? Not even close to our full range. Like, come on. That's ridiculous. And I don't even think I'm loaded this much. I don't even think we need the external tanks. Nah, you don't. And flight conditions... yeah, it's weird. It's very strange how it does that. I'm thinking for flight conditions, let's see how rainy it is. If it's like too much cloud cover to enjoy the Alps, we'll just change it in flight. I just love having all this speed available. You can get away with so much. Like, you can go places. Dude, I'm still like riding that high from that landing, man. That was so good. Oh man, I'm so happy with that. I've been trying to do that.
X-ray 00 Charlie Tango Delta ready for departure to the east.
I suspect that it's going to be too rainy to enjoy the Alps.
0 X-ray 00 Charlie Tango Delta cleared for takeoff runway 16 departure to
It looks cool though, doesn't it? Here, we'll take off. Oh my. Oh my god. Okay. So let's take off and we'll zoom climb and see how long it takes to clear this. I'll recenter my headset so you get comfortable here. There we go. Okay. So, brakes held in. Parking brake is already disengaged. We gotta wait for these engine spool up noises to end, which means our engines are ready to rock. Takes a minute. I love how the vectors... There we go. All right, we are ready to fly. Let's do this. Get you up there. All right, we're off the ground. Landing gear up. Flaps up. Start climbing.
Charlie Tango Delta, continue for east departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace. Charlie Tango Delta, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
That was quick. All right, we're not going to talk to them anymore. All right, let's zoom climb. Afterburners, baby. All right, we're 10,000. We just cleared the active rain. I believe our pitot tube just froze because we are going 0 knots, which is not a thing. Ah. And apparently I overstressed the aircraft, so that was glitchy. I disbelieve that. I disbelieve it greatly. Maybe I was going very fast. I think they actually typically roll inverted and then pull out and then roll back. Simply for G-force purposes, but I really feel like I didn't pull more than 3 negative G's there. So feeling like that was some glitchy stuff, because I've noticed with these jet planes, the simulator sometimes freaks the hell out and tells you you overstressed the airframe when you really didn't. Either way, those clouds are definitely going to keep us from enjoying the Alps, so we're going to get rid of them with our godlike powers. We'll do a few clouds. There we go. Much better. I want to fly over Zurich. I love the wet post rain runway. This is really nice. Go away, little menu. Thank you. All right, so I say we take off. We'll fly down over Zurich, come back around, and then hit our line and start going along the Alps. Or we'll just find the Alps and follow the Alps, because the hell with it. An F-15, who cares? Who we want. Halo Hogtacular. Come on. There we go. And I am steering almost exclusively with brake pressure there. There we go. All right. Gear up. Flaps up. We don't even need to be going that fast. Hello. Goodbye.
Charlie Tango Delta, continue for east departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace.
Dubendorf Tower 0 X-ray 00 Charlie Tango Delta, continue for east departure.
Look at how we are already going
Charlie Tango Delta,
592
you are leaving my
knots.
airspace. Frequency change approved.
We just broke the sound barrier. I bet you everybody below us is really upset right now. That's a fun view.
Charlie Tango Delta, acknowledge last transmission.
Oh, are they still talking to me?
Dubendorf Tower 0 X-ray 00 Charlie Tango Delta, frequency change.
All right, enough of that. What a cool city. Hard to keep track of it all, you know, when you're going this fast, but oh well. All right, so let's pull down here. Head tracking's getting a little wonky there, but that's okay. Keeping it under the sound barrier. Let's not deafen everybody in the whole world. A little sneaky hill there. Look at that sneaky hill. All right, where are we actually at here? Let's see. Heading up to the Alps. Let's come about and actually head in the direction of the thing we want. Oh my god. That was 10 G's. Yeah, you don't do that in real life. This is about 5. That's semi-reasonable. For a brief period of time, anyway. This thing is crazy. Alright. I'll head over this way. I said I want to move along the mountain range, so let's find the mountain range. That's more like it. I may alter the time of the day a smidge too. There we go. That should help with the glare a bit. Oh my gosh, look at all that. What? What's going on over there? Some terrain errors. Look at that. This is like beautiful scenery. We're going so fast. Oh my god. This is ridiculous. It's pretty spectacular. I wish. No, this is just the Alps, man. Like, there's so much good stuff to do over here. I need to get a darn bush plane out here and fly around. Or we can just do supersonic bush flying. That's always fun too, right? Right? There are some serious terrain glitches going on here, though. Look at this. These shenanigans. What is that? Blair. Oh, it disappeared. All right, so we're pushing, what is this? I can't actually see it right now. Doing about 600 knots. Wow, look at this valley. This is beautiful. Yeah, no, it bogs it down something fierce, let me tell you. I'm doing about 22 frames a second right now. It seems like this plane maxes out around 24 to 28 frames per second. But I suspect, because of how specific that number is, that something in the cockpit is causing that. And not necessarily the actual performance. Something's blocking our frame rate down here, but I don't know what it is. Since it's 24, I think something's updating at 24 frames a second, and it's glitching. All right, well, let's throttle up real quick, and we'll just go up here. It's like it's such a specific number. These poor little houses would just be like, ah! When I was a really little kid, somebody, our next door neighbors over at my grandparents' house had a little grass airfield in their yard. It was an airstrip. Hello. And they knew somebody from Wright Pat Air Force Base. And they would get fighter jets to fly over sometimes. So they would like buzz my grandma's house and they'd really piss her off. It was hilarious. And boy, are they loud. Like fighter jets flying overhead, even when they're going really slow, are extremely loud. These would not be happy campers right now. I was dipping down into like, I think 14 or 16 frames per second there for a moment. Oh my. I could see that getting old after a while. Wow. This is a pretty area. You know, the Alps. Well, yeah, that may not help. I could see that getting kind of loud. Some interesting glitches with our glares here. We are close to those trees. That's really cool, though. Yeah, I mean, like, you can't argue with the view, I'm sure. You should probably, like, sit further back so I've got a better view. It is amazing how fast things happen at this speed. And remember, this thing is speed limited right now. You can't go over Mach 1. Some of the other planes can. I know the Typhoon can. Alright, so we should be getting kind of close to Neuschwanstein Castle. Somewhere up yonder. And apparently the great pointy spires of the area. I love that you hit the mountain turbulence and the plane just kind of jiggles through it and keeps going. It does not care. Doesn't even matter. Not a problem. And I am at less than 50% throttle right now. That's how much more this plane has to give once they unlock the darn thing. I hope they do their nice big update that makes supersonic flight more stable in the engine soonish. All right, so we're coming up on roughly where the castle should be. And I'm going to try to slow down a bit, which is easier said than done in this plane, but here we are. I think it's going to be literally like up here somewhere. This looks vaguely familiar. Ooh, mega lag. What's loading? Wonder if it's loading in the castle. Like super duper lag. I think it's like over there somewhere. Aha! There it is. Oh, head tracking's getting weird. I gotta work on my head tracking rig a little bit. I had to move the camera around and it's been acting silly. So I need to do some fine adjustments on it. Sometimes my head jumps. Now, I mean, realistically, we're not going to be able to look at this thing for very long. So, you know, that's a thing. But we should be able to get a view of it. There it is. Goodbye. It looks so cool, though. I'm gonna fly out over the valley, gain some speed, and then we'll come up on it and zoom climb. How's that sound? Yeah, see, it doesn't like it when I get to about there. I need to work on that. Hello, castle. Bye, castle. Yeah. Wow, that comes by real quick. Goodness gracious. Thought I was gonna get a sweet view of it there. Wasn't meant to be. All right, let's fly up and get a view. Wow. All right, so we're at about 12,000 feet. That's pretty good. Doing Mach 1 or thereabouts. I think this thing goes up to maybe about Mach 1.1-ish. It's not completely limited at Mach 1, but it's pretty darn close. So at this altitude and orientation, I'm like slowly letting off throttle, because I want to see what's actually Mach 1. Wow. It's almost nothing. I am almost back down to idle and I'm still going Mach 1. Like, come on. What is this garbage? Okay. That was like less than 25% of the travel on my throttle. This is ridiculous. We're not even to military power. No, it seems like it limits it. Like, it limits speed. You can hear the engines spool all the way up to maximum, but they just won't go any higher. You won't go any faster than Mach 1. Okay, so we're coming up on our next turn. And we kind of want to... Yeah, we want to follow the path until we get here and then deviate from the path. This is like gigantic city in a valley. It's really cool. Look how, oh my god, we can turn so sharp. It's silly. What was this? I don't even remember what city this was. Here, let's circle over the city. Alright, so I'm putting out my air brake. And I am descending. We have gone under the speed of sound. How cool. All right, I'm at about half air brake. Doing about 350 knots. All right, we'll put that away. That should be more than enough. All right. Doing Mach 1. This is like hillside road here. This is excellent. Go this way. Ooh. Ooh. I overstressed the airframe. Interesting. Huh. Wonder what I did there that actually accomplished it. I really wasn't doing much. I'm gonna have to check that out later on replay. I'm tentatively calling BS on that. Again, I've noticed with these fighter jets, they get a little weird. But maybe. Alright, so we're not really going to restart that flight. We're going to actually go back to the main menu. Indeed. It might have been. It might have been legit. It's definitely the most overpowered plane I've got right now, so. Let's see. Anywhere with a runway capable of allowing me to take off? Which by means I which pretty much anywhere, because honestly this thing takes off like instantly. That might work. We just take back off from Innsbruck. Or where were we? Were like we're about there, right? I think it could take off. Maybe. I don't know. We'll try it. Add. Add. We're good to go. I don't know if it can take off from here or not. I'll make it about time in the afternoon. A few clouds. Weight and balance. Get rid of that fuel again. We don't even need that much. Burn some of that off. There we go. The range on this plane is silly. Okay. I don't know if it'll take off from this or not. We're gonna try. It seems like it takes off. I think I was reading somewhere it's like a couple of seconds from throttle on, brakes off to taking off. It's like 8 seconds, something like that. Very quick.
India Papa Bravo traffic 0 X
This is the
ray 00
teensy runway we're gonna
Tango
take off
Delta,
from. This is
taking
so
off
good.
runway 19er departure to the south.
I love it. Makes me happy. Wait for the engines to fire up. I think maybe, just maybe, when I was first learning to fly this, that parts of my problems were that I wasn't giving the engines time to spool up properly. Any old time now. Okay, let's do this. Still going. That was weird timing. It's like it's doing the whole sequence. I don't know what it's up to. All right, that sounds promising. It's about to go away. Okay. Throttling up. I'm gonna do a full afterburner. Oh my god, yeah. You can literally take off from anywhere. This is ridiculous. Alright, flaps away. How ridiculously overpowered this plane is. It's just silly. I love it. Okay. And we're about to break the sound barrier right about now. There we go. We're slightly further than we were before, but only slightly. Is that guy like really close? Or it's hard to tell sometimes. Players are either like, that person could literally be a bajillion miles away and I would have a hard time telling. I don't see their icons, so I'm going to guesstimate that they're far away. But I don't know. Should we go up and see? Let's go up and see. Looks like an airliner flying over the Alps. How fun. There we go, we're hitting that turbulence. I think they're fairly close. They're moving relative to me at a fairly decent rate. I mean, look at that. Oop, I can see them. I can't see them on the map, which suggests they're another mod plane, because mod planes don't always show up on the map. And they're moving really fast. There is they. Yeah, I just went whoosh past that poor person. Where are they? I can't even see them now. We're gonna need to do some braking. I don't think I can actually slow down safely to fly near them. I don't think this plane does that. What do they do, like 175? I could maybe do that. I like idle. Put some flaps out. Yeah, I've noticed it's really weird. I can probably fly near them. Put a flap out. That's bonanza speed. All right, we'll leave them to their shenanigans. That's probably about the slowest plane that you could intercept in this plane and actually fly near. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. That is because I've noticed it too, and that was not a modded plane, so why weren't they showing up? I know there is a setting that governs that, so maybe it got goofed up, or maybe it keeps getting turned off. That's possible. Like the game is automatically turning it off. That would kind of mesh with some things I've seen before. I don't know if the setting actually governs that, though. I know there's one that governs that you can see the tags, but I don't know about the map. But they keep goofing the map up like every other update, so none of this surprises me in the slightest. Actually, you know what? I do need that map. I'm gonna keep it. All right, so we kind of want to cross this. All right, man. Well, thanks for stopping by. Glad you've been enjoying. Oh, is it double posting? I don't even know. I'm not seeing it on my end, but it might be. Have a good one. I'm gonna try to be on a little more regularly from now on. Working on that. It's been a wacky couple of weeks. All right, nice gentle inputs. Gentle inputs. I'm just thinking about that guy flying a Bonanza now. And just an F-15 goes right past your cockpit like a maniac. Another day in Flight Simulator. Oh, this looks so good. Oh my goodness gracious. This thing holds level so well. It trims really good. I actually don't know how this plane trims in real life. Because it's like a lot of fighter jets don't really... They're built to be unstable. So like trim is, I believe, actually the fly-by-wire system just kind of adjusting how it's aiding you. Now, one thing I gotta be careful about flying this plane in particular is the vector indicator spoils you. And you get bad at judging your vertical speed via visual cues. Or whether, at least whether you're going up and down. I'm trying to not rely on it completely. All right, I'm gonna climb up to altitude now. We'll have it climb at like Mach. Where are we at? 0.8. We'll do like 0.7, maybe. Seems reasonable. think our pitot tube froze. Not sure. There we go. All right, so we're at about 24,000 feet. How far are we from our actual destination? We got a ways to go. Let's climb. Let's just get the views. So at these altitudes, our indicated airspeed is kind of useless, and it's really only the Mach number that matters much. I wish I had a Mach. Do I have a Mach indicator on my gauge somewhere? I don't even know. It would be nice to have a steam gauge Mach indicator, but I don't see one. So you kind of got to know what it is at any given configuration. I'll throttle up a bit. We're actually in a stall right now, or part of a stall. We're like kind of entering a stall. Up here, you actually need to throttle up. I'm gonna get it into a level configuration. We're at about 40,000 feet. That seems pretty reasonable. We could go way higher, but then we won't see things. All right, so we're at full, not quite into, like, on my throttle, not into full on, like, 100%. We're at, like, max throttle for the plane. I don't know if that would be considered afterburners or not. Go over this way. Wow, look at all that. Very pretty. Notice the vector indicator is also not perfect at this altitude. All right, so at this altitude, where does my throttle need to be to maintain level Mach 1 flight? It's going down a lot. I'm already at about half throttle. I think it's still the same amount of power. Like, that's amazing. Like, almost idle. Like the water over there. All right, so we'll fly over the city at high altitude and then drop down, fly over it at low altitude, and then line up and land. Oop, there we go. That's about where we needed to be. At basically idle. Good grief, this thing performs. So we're coming up on it. It's gonna be Venice. There, that's it. That looks really cool. That's a good view. How cool. I'm assuming that's our airport. How neat. All right, well, let's throttle down and dive. Air brake out, throttle to idle. We are still climbing. I'm gonna invert to actually start the dive here, or at least overbank. How neat. A little more throttle. Very cool. Okay, we're putting away the air brake. How neat. Yeah, this modeled really well. All right, so let's go check out our airport where we're landing. You have to be careful at these speeds because you could stall it.
Tower 0 X-ray 00 Charlie Tango Delta is 1 mile south with Quebec to land.
0 X-ray 00 Charlie Tango Delta Tower. Make left traffic runway 4 right. Altimeter 29er decimal 9er 2 and 268 at 7.
Make left downwind runway 4 right Charlie Tango Delta.
Charlie Tango Delta cleared to land runway 4 right. Wind 268 at 7.
Cleared to land runway 4 right Charlie Tango Delta.
All right, let's do this. This will be normal approach. We're not doing any silly stuff. This is a weird turn in, but whoa, we'll see how it goes. That looks good. Okay. Here we go. Little break. Slow this thing down. There we go.
Charlie Tango Delta, turn next taxiway.
Not bad at all. I think I'm getting the hang of this thing. All right, we can put
Charlie Tango
that
Delta,
away.
contact ground on 121.7.
Going to 121.7 Charlie Tango Delta. Ground 0 X-ray 00 Charlie Tango Delta, request taxi to parking.
0 X-ray 00 Charlie Tango Delta, taxi to General Aviation Parking via taxiway Echo Cross runway 4 left Lima.
Taxiing to General Aviation Parking via taxiway Echo Cross runway 4 left Lima Charlie Tango Delta.
Okay. That's about all you need to get moving. This is the F-15 mod. Who made this? This one is the DC Designs F-15. And it is excellent. Really, really good. Been out for 2 weeks or so. Nice, easy parking here. Exceedingly powerful airplane. There we go. Consider this plane parked. Awesome. That was really fun. Landing went well. Not a bad little collection of flights. All right, back to the main menu. So I kind of want to, at least for a few minutes, fiddle around with the Typhoon. Hello. I think there's a new version of that out. I need to get it. But let's, like, compare. Where's my Typhoon at? It is not. This particular one was 30 or 40 bucks, I think. Definitely feels like it's worth it. My personal favorite modded aircraft that does cost money but is 100% worth the money is the Aermacchi MB339. The thing is so much fun to fly. It is not the kind of high performance super speed plane that the F-15 is, but it is exceedingly maneuverable and fun to do aerobatics in. And it basically just handles well at all times. And it's just super fun to fly. So I can't recommend that one enough. Now that I'm figuring the F-15 out, Oh, I know, it's my favorite. My favorite plane. Now that I've got the F-15 kind of figured out, I'm loving it more and more. The only complaint I have with the F-15 is that it is currently speed locked at Mach 1. Like, you can throttle up past whatever it is you're doing. Oh, thank you. Awesome. Thank you. You can throttle up past wherever you're at, but you won't go any faster once you hit about Mach 1. I think it maybe does about Mach 1.1. It just doesn't tell you it's doing that. Which is, they're speed limiting it because the game doesn't technically, quote-unquote, support supersonic speed. But that's not true. Like, this plane, I believe, can break the sound barrier and actually go higher, so somebody figured it out. So we're gonna dare to compare. Let's turn that rain off. I don't need that right now. This plane is super fun too. Very similar. I don't know the precise stuff for like land and takeoff and whatnot speed-wise, but it makes sense. All right, put the brakes in, hold the brakes in, throttle up. So we can't anymore. Release. And we're off the ground. Flaps away. This plane runs a little bit better. I think the other plane has something in its cockpit that is limiting its frame rate to about 24 FPS. My guess would be some instrument that's updating at that speed and it's bogging down the sim with it. This one doesn't have that limitation, so it runs a little tiny bit better. I feel like the F-15 handles better though, but that could just be me, so we're gonna figure that out right now. Alright, so what are we doing? We're doing Mach 1.1 to... Yeah, see, this one isn't shy about breaking the sound barrier. So let's speed this bad boy up and see how fast we get. We should be able to easily do Mach 1.2 at sea level, which is about where we're at. In real life, I believe this plane does that, so... I like the flight instruments on this plane too. I don't know if they're realistic or not, but they sure are cool. I just wish I could get this working in VR right now. This would be so good. My new VR headset is just a little too much for this program and my current graphics card. So I don't know about the realism, but I would say this one probably outperforms the F-15 right now simply because it can break the sound barrier in a realistic fashion. So we're going about Mach 1.5. Let's climb. All right, full afterburner climb. We're at 36,000 feet. You don't want to nose down to level off here because that'll negative G your airplane. So you want to roll inverted and basically roll out of that. There we go. Like even that might have been a smidge much. It was really, really rough. I do like the avionics on the F-15 a lot. Alright, we're gonna get this thing trimmed. So let's see what it caps out at. We are at 49,000 feet, which is maybe a smidge high in the afterburner. .2. It is almost like this thing just wants to climb once you're going these speeds. Good grief. It's pretty intense. We're doing about Mach 1.3 right now. Mach 1.4. All right, let's level back out and see what we can do. .5. What the max speed for the Typhoon is in real life. Alright, we're in basically level flight, doing about Mach 1.6. This is crazy. I'm just keeping it trimmed into level flight. 6, 8, 1.7. Wow, we are going very fast right now. Oh my. I can't wait until the F-15 can do this. .8. My goodness. We are booking it. That is a ridiculous amount of speed. Oh, the F-15 is excellent. Mach 1.9. It's ignoring the speed limitation. Its handling is great. It seems to be very realistic. Like it has similar. It seems like it should be similar to how the real plane flies. I mean, I have no freaking clue. I've never been in one, but from what I've read, it's pretty spot on. It handles very well. It does have some like stalling issues at low speed, but that makes sense since it's a plane designed for transonic and supersonic flight and not for low speed handling, so you have to be a little careful with it while you're landing or you can stall and crash. I think we're gonna break Mach 2 in this thing here. Yep, Mach 2. Wow, we are absolutely booking it. Like, this is speed. Oh my god. I have to fly this thing some more. This seems like about the limit of our reasonable ability to move at speed. We might hit like Mach 2.1 if we kept going, but it looks like probably not. So functional speed, the Eurofighter can do Mach 2 right now. Let's see how it turns in Mach 2 flight. Pretty good. Wish I had a G indicator. Alright, let's do a penetration dive. See if we can do like a Mach 2 penetration dive. That sounds really fun, right? Or incredibly dangerous, one or the other. How far did we end up anyway? We started in Venice. Oh my. Yeah, we got pretty far. Wow. That is bonkers. That's absolutely insane. Really, really nuts. But no, I'm really impressed with the F-15. I'm really impressed with this plane. I haven't flown this one as much as the other two. Obviously, the Aermacchi is just like ridiculously good to fly. Like I said, the F-15, you gotta be careful when you're landing it because it is a fighter jet, but now that I'm getting the hang of it, it lands really nice. In a very controlled fashion. It has this amazing angle of attack indicator up on the actual HUD, which no other plane has, including this one that I can tell. That makes landing and like lining up for landing an absolute breeze. It's really good. All right, so we're just cruising along in afterburners at Mach 2 at 52,000 feet. No big. All right, 51,000 feet. I'm lying. That ground is going by quick. That's amazing. And this is insanely fast. Once they break the speed limit on the F-15, we'll be able to do Mach 2.4 in level flight at these altitudes. It's going to be silly. It'll be real silly. Yeah, I know it kind of snuck up a bit. I had to really watch it. I'll land this and switch back to it and show you some of the stuff it can do. It's pretty great. Both of these are excellent planes, but the F-15 is really special. It's awesome. It handles so well. I think my favorite thing about the F-15 in this is how easily you can hold like level flight in every configuration. Like you're doing a turn, you're climbing, whatever you want to do. It does what you want it to do. And it does it real easily. All right, so we're coming up on Venice, so I am going to air brake. And I am going to nose down. I'm gonna do a overbanked turn to nose down so we don't like negative G ourselves to death. We are descending rapidly. Wow. good is that? That's amazing. All right, so we're at about 1,500 feet. We're going very quickly. If we want to actually land, we need to, like, slow up just a smidge here. Where is the airfield relative? Is that it over there? Yes. I'm just gonna come in and land. So, put that back on. I'm gonna zoom in. I found we wanted to line up on the city, more or less, and then turn in. I don't know how well I'm going to do landing this one. I haven't landed this in a while, so we'll see. I think it requires air brake on this plane. The F-15 doesn't necessarily require it. I'm probably coming in too low. That's okay. That's pretty good, actually. I don't know why the lights aren't working for me, but I think I'm doing really good.
50. 5.
Woo! There we go. Well, that wasn't bad. Actually, that was pretty good. Very glitchy sound effects for ground handling, though, in this particular airplane. I don't know why. I'm gonna pull off the runway and we'll switch over the F-15. Let's, we'll go to, can I still find it? Not spam. That'd just be silly. We'll go over here. It's a pretty area. Actually, you know what? I mean, I was enjoying that. We'll fly around there. Heck with it. That was, I mean, like, you know, Venice. It's pretty, pretty area. Do the sea. We will do no external fuel and about 35% or 30%, close enough. Normal fuel, it's still an absurd amount of range. And we will make it, that time seems fine. We'll make it a few clouds. Let's rock. Why are you? Why are we? Okay. I think I clicked the wrong thing. Let's try that one more time. It's kind of weird. Heard all this again. In theory, you need to land with a lesser amount of fuel than you otherwise might. There's like a limit. I don't remember what the amount of fuel was, but there's a limit to how much fuel you can safely have in the plane, according to the manual, and still land safely.
Tower 0 X-ray
Much
00
better.
Charlie Tango Delta ready at runway 4 right departing
All
straight.
right, I'm gonna reset my head. That's better. So with the F-15, one of the things, you hear that noise, that is actually the starters still going. The startup sequence for the plane takes, it like starts at an awkward time when you first launch. And I found I was having problems taking off when I was first trying to learn how to fly it until I realized that. So you want to wait until these noises cease, and then you're ready to fly. It takes a moment. Check our stuff. That looks good. Okay. Oh, and then also... Excellent. All right, we're ready to take off. Let's do this. So, it's a lot like the MB339 actually on takeoff, just much quicker. Get rid of your parking brake. Hold your brakes in, throttle up. You don't even have to go to full power if you don't want to. As soon as it starts to overwhelm your brakes, let it go. I steer with brakes on the ground. Nose turns up at 140, lifts off the ground almost instantly. Gear up, flaps up. And then let's do an afterburner climb at the end of the runway. We are already going 400 knots, 400, 500 knots, full power, and nose up.
Charlie Tango Delta, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Tower 0 X-ray 00 Charlie Tango Delta frequency change.
Vertical climb. Look, we're going pretty quick. All right, so we're in a vertical climb. So I'm gonna let it dip its nose ever so slightly, and then invert, and then pull back, and then level off. Because otherwise you'd pull way too many negative G's. Not that it matters here, but like that was actually too much. So what did we get to? We are at 40,000 feet. Oh my god, I love this plane. It flies real good. So we're doing Mach 1. I have it at full power. We absolutely don't need that. I'm going to back it all the way off to almost idle. Like, down to about there, and that's still going to keep us at Mach 1 or thereabouts. Just a smidge more, maybe. Let me level us. Alright, so yeah, that's Mach 1. That checks out. That's probably a smidge too much, but it's okay. So unfortunately, for now, this is the maximum speed this plane can travel at. It can't go up to Mach 2 like that other plane. For some reason, the dev limited it. I don't know why. Hopefully, he'll realize that you can change that. But it's effortless to get it to do what you want. Like, it handles so nice. At these speeds, at slow speeds, it has some problems. Let's see. What can we do? Well, Nose down just a smidge, about a half G. Nose down. We're at basically max speed already, so we should just be able to invert. That was too much. That was an unrealistic amount of G's. This would be maybe slightly sustainable. I'm not even sure. We are over the top. I was pulling 10.5 G's for a second there. It's a bit much. We're gonna back the throttle way down. I think I stalled. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, that's too much. We're literally pulling. What are we pulling? Never mind. We're doing okay. I was reading the wrong thingy. That's our, I think, our rate of turn, actually. That's interesting. It's a spectacular airplane. You don't have to nose down even in the slightest degree to do a aileron roll. It's literally like a video game. You just... Little bursts of throttle to speed you back up. You don't need full throttle for anything, really. Now, it does have some interesting characteristics, too. Like, if I throw the air brakes out and I back us way off, and we get down to, like, Mach 0.5-ish, maybe? Thereabouts. Trim this bad boy. Let's see if it'll do it right now. We're at Mach 0.7. If we bank a bit and then pull full stick, there we go. I can't, it's like it stalls. You can just stall on command. Like that's, I have the stick all the way back. I just let it go. Awesome. It's super fun. So the thing you got to be careful with is this, is you can see I can't pull back very hard or I will stall. You have to be really careful when you're landing, because if you overbank too much and pull back too aggressively, you'll stall the plane and just hit the ground. Like it drops like a rock. So watch out for that. Like don't bank it more than about 30 degrees when you're turning in on base. It's very touchy. It's at more like Mach 0.3 to about these indicated airspeeds is about where it starts to do silly things. I did manage to intercept a Bonanza earlier. That was kind of fun, and I was basically keeping it from stalling while flying next to him. Alright, I'm going to do a penetration dive. This plane's so fast that I typically start penetration dives with a roll, overbanked roll in. You could even do like a barrel roll into it if you wanted to. Now, where is that darn airport at? I don't even know where the hell I am. Okay. I'm at least going in the direction of it. That like that. I'm gonna see if I can pull off a brake landing, but I've only done that one time, so it may result in a crash. We'll see. Some weird glitchy stuff going on over there. Come on. Trim up. All right, there's that airport. All right, we need to be slightly higher. Going slightly faster. About 2,000 feet over the runway. Doing about 340. And then we do a 4G turn. Oop, I overdid that way too much. But that's okay. We put the landing gear out. Put the first tier of flaps out. Half the... Alright, we put that away. Keep it about 165. 500 feet per second down. I'm going a little more because I gained too much altitude there. I need to speed up a bit. Now would be an appropriate time for this. Final tier of flaps. No more than 30 degrees of bank. Keep that speed up. I'm trying to remember now. Not 100% on that. I think we're going to land at the shorter runway. We're going way too quick. This is sloppy, but that's okay. Air brakes. Get this bad boy over. This is actually going really well. Not bad. The plane is way taller than you think it is. I think it was just an install file. Like 2 or 3 weeks since I did it. I'm trying to remember now. I think it was. That wasn't shabby. Getting better at it. All right, what time is it currently? I need to go for the evening. It's getting late where I am, and I need to get to bed kind of early. So I'm going to go ahead and stop here for the evening. But thanks everybody for coming out. I hope you all have been enjoying. I've been enjoying flying these planes. I am going to try to be on tomorrow evening. I may play this. I may play something else. I want to. Next time I play, I want to get back into the TBM 930 and get some general aviation going too, because I want to get better at that, learn how to fly that, and then transition into a citation or something fun like that. So I need to start working on those too, as much as I love doing the fighter jets all the time. But again, I hope everybody's been enjoying. I have been enjoying flying. If you want to check out the recording of my stream on Twitch or YouTube, I did some cool stuff earlier too, saw some really pretty scenery, so should be pretty fun. But anyway, everybody have a good evening, and I'll see you next time.